All right, so we decided that 4 is bigger than 2. And then if we add 2, we have 4 and 6 is bigger than 4. Okay. If we subtract 3, what numbers are we working with? And our inequality sign is still this. If we add -2, -1 and 1 is still bigger than negative. Okay, subtracting -4 is the same thing as adding 4. So we have 3. Hey. So.
She was making fun of me. I get yelled at when I make fun of her when she's making fun of me.
I asked you got it right. I was just funny.
She literally said,
No, what?
You're wrong. You said I was word for word what he said.
Both of you have been going at each other the whole class period, which has only been like 3 minutes.
Miss Holman, might I give you a suggestion? I think you should move Brooks that up there and then make him apologize.
Okay. Kyron, if we multiply by 2, what numbers do we have?
6 and then 10.
And 10 is still bigger than 6. If we subtract what?
10 is still bigger than yes, no. Oh, 10 is. I thought you just said 10 is still less than 6. 6 is still bigger than.
Okay, if we subtract 7, we have -1 and 3. 3 is the bigger number. Here's where it gets interesting. If we multiply by -3, what does this become?
3.
And what does this become?
-9.
Which number's bigger?
3.
Okay. If we add 5, we have, okay, 8's the bigger number. If we divide by 4, 2 is the bigger number. If we subtract 2, 0 is the bigger number. Just follow along for now. Okay. If we divide by -1, we get 0 and 3. Which is the bigger number? Okay. Our sign switched 2 times. What can you tell me about the times that the sign switched?
Oh, when you divide or multiply by a negative.
When we divide or multiply by a negative, our sign switched. Go ahead and get your student journal out and turn to where we left off yesterday.
Wait, do you still need to get our homework out?
I already got it. Yeah. Yeah.
You must have the intermittent voting. Oh my God.
She got invisibility.
What page?
I have a quote. We're on page 40. Page 40. Page 40. 40. We already wrote in that one. Okay. Yesterday we wrote down like this example. 5x is greater than or equal to 30. We divided by 5 and got x is greater than or equal to 6. We also wrote down the example 2/3 x is less than or equal to 4. Remember, and we multiplied both sides by 3/2 to get x is less than or equal to 6. Okay, so now, in addition, we are talking about how if we multiply or divide by a negative, then our sign is going to switch, Okay, so notice how here we have -6 is less than 8. We multiply by a -2, and so now our inequality switches. Okay, so that's something that we are going to have to do when we divide or multiply by a negative. Okay, so down here in the notes section, I want you to write down this example. -3x is less than or equal to 30. In order to get x by itself, what are we going to need to do? We need to divide by -3. And you just told me that if we multiply or divide by a negative, then we need to flip the sign. So this becomes x is greater than or equal to -10. Okay. Yes, you did. Can you zoom in and maybe like fix your bags? Like, I need to be able to walk through here, my dears. So like hanging your backpack off of the chair really makes it hard for me. Okay, Rick should know this. Should have known that. It's just a pretty hard. Okay. Okay, how about this one? If I have a divided by -5 is less than 3, write that one down. Okay, if I want a by itself, what are we gonna need to do? Henry? We need to multiply both sides by -5. So we have a, we have -15, but since we multiplied by a negative, we're going to need to flip the inequality sign. Or divide by negative.
That's it.
That's it. So this is what I want you to do. On page 41, there's 6 problems. I don't want you to do them. What I want you to do, I want you to either write flip or no flip next to them, like right here. Flip or no flip on all 6 of them. And there's 6. There's 5 on all 5 of them. Just you and your elbow partner, right? Flip or no flip?
Yeah.
Only when you multiply or divide by a negative. It only matters if one of the numbers is negative. That's the only one you need to focus on. Well, we've been just getting like a steady number of them. Thank you. All right, Connor. And number 1, are we gonna flip or not flip? We would be dividing, and this is, I want you to do this with me. We would divide by 6. That is a positive number. So we are not flipping the inequality sign. We're going to skip out on the graphing for today's notes. This schedule is up on the board. We get out at 36. Okay, number 2. And flip or no flip?
No flip.
We have to divide both sides by a positive 16. F is greater than or equal to? Thank you, Kyron. Okay. Number 3, Harry, flip or no flip? Why? Because we need to divide by 3/7, which is the same thing as multiplying by 7/3. And is that a positive or negative 7/3? Positive. So we are not flipping our sign. Okay, what happens when we multiply these two?
Yeah, negative. You get
3.
negative. You get a 6. Negative.
Oh, no. That will not ever be said in my classroom ever again.
They said they're stupid.
Okay, we have 42 over 21, which is 2, and it needs to be negative. Okay. Number 4, DJ, flip or no flip? Why? Okay, but what do we have to do to get M by itself? Are we dividing by a negative number? Okay, so this means we do need to flip, okay? It doesn't matter what's on the other side. If we divide or multiply by a negative, that sign is going to flip. Okay, so this is a flip. Does that make you mad? Okay. Jaden, number 5, flip or no flip? Why? We need to times by a negative 6. So we are going to flip the inequality sign. Beautiful.
I might be a manager for your team.
We're going straight.
It's amazing that you forgot that you told me that 10 minutes ago.